So welcome back. It's Old Home Week for this show. I'll get it out. My next guest is Doc, and he's the owner of Hypnotic One. Welcome back to the show, Doc, and tell everybody, I want you to talk a little bit about yourself and how many people you help when you come on this show and reach out to people and talk about what you do.
You know what? This is a great show because I do reach out to a lot of people here. You've got a great listening audience, and I tell you, I get a lot of calls from here. And it's not the quantity of the people that call me, it's a quality that they want to change their life into, because everybody out there wants something different in their life. They want to succeed at something. They've got obstacles in front of them, and all we do is help them get over that obstacle, and every time they do, it's a success story.
Now, hypnosis. There are so many things that people think sort of negatively about it. Why is that?
Well, it's because that's what they remember from movies and television and everything else. Hypnosis is not what you see on television, even though hypnosis can change your life instantly or gradually, because everybody's a little bit different. Sometimes people are like a light switch. They change just like that, just instantly. And other people are like a sunrise. They just kind of slowly change, but everybody changes.
Well, also, I want to talk a little bit about your programs that you do. First of all, they are customized programs. What does that mean exactly?
Well, everybody's a unique individual, and we have to customize the program for the person. If I have 100 smokers come in, I'll have 100 different programs, because everybody's a little bit different. That's why we have a 98% success rate, because we custom make it for the person. It starts out with a unique booklet and CDs, but each and every time that you come in to see me, all of a sudden we're overcoming an obstacle. So it's custom made for you.
One thing we don't always talk about that I do want to today a little bit is about what that actual meeting feels like for that person that comes in. What do you actually do with them?
Well, the first is a free 30 to 60 minute consultation, so that I can explain to you what I do and to see whether or not I want to work with you and whether or not you are capable of moving into that program. And if you're not 100% dedicated, I'll tell you that, but I still go through the whole hour with you and sit you down, give you a CD, so you go home, you can listen to it, and you go into a hypnotic state, but you start to learn. Otherwise, first thing I do is educate people. Then I motivate them, and then we eliminate the negatives that keeps pulling them back into their old habits that they had before.
Now, you do these free 30 to 60 minute constellations. Wow,
Well,
that was a little
I
bit
call it
different
a consultation, but you can call it anything. But the thing is,
Are
we
you laughing
educate the
out there?
people, and I don't twist anybody's arm. I'm not a salesman. I'm sorry. I just present out what I can do, what I can't do, ask you a lot of questions, what you want to do, what you want to achieve. And if we make a happy medium there, then we go on to a program.
And he says he won't let you fail.
I don't let people fail. The only way you can fail is stay whole. Otherwise, I'm your coach, I'm your trainer, I'm a professor, I'm teaching you what you need to do and have to do, and then I get you to do it, and then I get you to want to do it, so that if you're stop smoking or getting off heroin or coke, meth, or losing weight, or whatever it may be, all of a sudden you want to do the things that takes you into that successful zone.
Well, you also do a lifetime guarantee.
I love it because, I've had people come back after 10 years, and, some things do wear off after time, but your life changes, and people, they change. And so I just tell them, if the things start coming back on you, come back. I don't charge you for that. Come back, because I love it, because when the people come back, they always tell their friends. And friends always ask them, well, how'd you do that? Well, I just went down seeing Doc. And he says, well, what did he do? Well, go to see Doc. He'll do it for you.
And you know how many people, just in this station alone, everybody that comes on this show ends up working with you, because it's amazing. It is amazing. We also have had many, many listeners out there that work with you, as well as even doctors have called.
I get a lot of doctors that refer people to me now because, I'm established. I've been doing it for 30 years, and they start seeing their patients stop smoking with me and losing weight, reducing their blood pressure, and all of a sudden they see that it's working, so they'll send their kids in, they'll send their friends or relatives and other patients in that they can't help, and they'll come in, and they'll start smoking with me. And all of a sudden they see that it's working, so they'll send their kids in, they'll send their friends or relatives and other patients in that they can't help, and they'll come in, and they'll start smoking with me. And all of a sudden they see that it's working, so they'll send their friends or relatives and other patients in that they can't help, they send them in to me. So.
Well, he does a free 30 to 60-minute consultation, and we're going to let you call him. He likes for everyone to call him directly because he wants to connect with you and answer your questions. His number is 602-547-0446. His website is hypnotic1.com. He's a 98% success rate. You're going to get a CD to go along with that. This is a customized program to meet your needs. I want to implore people out there to listen to me for 1 minute. First of all, it is the best thing I've ever done in my life. Hypnosis is the best thing that anyone can ever do. You'll feel great when you do it. But also, more than anything too, I want to talk to you, those people out there that don't pick up that phone, or that you have that child out there that's dealing with something, because we all know someone who is. You got to pick up the phone and give him a call and just leave a message, because he's on the air live with us now, and leave that message. Let him talk to you. Let him see what he can do for you.
You know what? Fear stops a lot of people. It just stops them in their tracks. They're afraid of what they don't know. Well, call us up. Come in and have the free consultation. I don't sign everybody up, so don't worry about we're going to hypnotize you into signing up for a program.
Oh, that's a crazy thought.
No, but you know what? You at least learn something, so when you go back home, you can think about it. And about 95% of the people that do not sign up with me initially, they'll call me back and I'll say, I'm ready to go.
That's what it's all about too. You do have to be
You
ready,
have to
but
be
you know
ready.
what? Until you don't get out of that boat, you're never going to walk on water.
And you know what? You can't water ski unless you get wet.
Exactly.
So-
And that's, I love that you do that. Now, here's what we're going to do. We want to give out this number. It's 602-547-0446. Write it down. Call him and leave a message, and just let him find out how he can help you. Check him out. It's hypnotic1.com. I just want to talk about something else, because yes, we're going to go into some of the things that you can do. We all kind of know that. But what I want to do is talk about people that are dealing with issues, that where it really comes from, because it's way deeper than just that anger is coming from something.
Right, and anger and depression and stress. Everybody's got stress. It's how you deal with it. And we get people to deal with it. You're still going to have the stress coming in, but it's not going to feel like stress. In fact, it starts feeling like a motivation, because every time you overcome a stressful situation, you feel like a winner. And that's what we do. We put people in the zone. People that are athletes, they know what the zone is. That's when you hit that ball just right. You can't make a mistake. It's just you're on a great day. That's how we make your day. If you're an athlete, or if you're an executive, or if you're an entrepreneur, you know, why are you only making $100,000 a year when you want to make $200,000? It doesn't mean you have to work twice as hard or twice as long. It just, you have to work the right way.
Wouldn't it be great if we all felt that feeling of being in the zone? Everybody. If you just woke up and every day you felt that feeling, which you can with your programs.
And that's it. And everybody's felt the zone at different times. You feel really great and feeling fantastic. Your biorhythms are all up. You know what? What happens if you're feeling that way more often, or twice as much, or 3 times as much?
You feel great.
Yeah, you feel great. And then you wonder, why didn't I do this before? I have more clients that tell me, why didn't I do this before? I says, I don't know.
Well, you know what? We all do know why. It's
Sure.
because
We're scared.
They're scared. They're not sure about it.
And it sounds too good to be true.
Well, but can anybody be hypnotized?
Everybody that's listening to this show that's understanding what I'm saying can be hypnotized.
I'm going to tell you now. I thought I could never be hypnotized. In 1 second, I was out. I'm telling you.
It doesn't take a long time.
No.
And once I work with a person, I give them a post-hypnotic suggestion, so it takes a couple seconds for me to put them in a trance the second time. But 30 minutes of hypnosis feels like 3 hours of sleep. You just totally relax. Your inflammation goes down. Your negativity starts dissipating and disappearing. You've got a lot of aches and pains that dissipate and disappear. You know what? There's nothing that you can accomplish better with hypnosis than you can on your own.
It is the most incredible feeling I've ever had, and I believe that everybody should try it. And, you know, if it's you or someone you know, we're going to go to a break. When we come back, we're going to talk further about this. We want you to pick up the phone and just leave a message. That's what he wants you to do, so he can connect with you after he's off the show. The number is 602-547-0446.
Only call me if you want to be successful.
give him a call and leave that message, because you're going to be successful once you find out what he can do for you.
That's it.
That's 602-547-0446. It's Hypnotic, the number 1.com. So welcome back. We're talking with Doc. He's the owner of Hypnotic One. And yeah, he's been on several times, but you know what? He's been on for several times for a reason. And he's here to help everybody. And I can tell you right now, getting hypnotized is probably one of the best things I've ever done in my life. We're going to talk a little about what he can do. I want everybody to at least write the number down and give him a call, leave him a message, because he wants to connect with you. His number is 602-547-0446. You're going to get a free 30 to 60 minute consultation along with a CD. It's a customized program to fit your needs. He won't let you fail. It's a lifetime guarantee. The only way you're going to fail if you don't pick up that phone.
That's it. And you know what? Everybody has something that they want to change in their life and they want to achieve. What's standing between you and that success? It's you, but it's part of your mind. It's part of your programming, and we reprogram that so that all of a sudden you want to do the things that you need to do and have to do to be successful, and you love to do it.
You know, when I originally I'm going to talk about me for a second here. I had like these flashes of like feeling mad. Okay, wasn't angry all the time, but I was mad, and I was trying to figure out why, you know, and it was wonderful to be able to go backwards in time, you know, but I was depressed, and I want to talk about that. That's what the whole thing, and a lot of us are. I was depressed.
Yeah.
For a reason. What happens?
And that's what we find out. People that are angry or depressed or have no motivation, well, how can you move forward? And so when we hypnotize you, you go back in time because you have 100% total recall memory under hypnosis. And most people go back before the age of 12. We'll find out what did it, who did it, when it was done, and you can reprogram it. It's just like a computer. If you get a virus in your computer, you're not really running that computer. And most of our minds, we're not really running it. It's what we've been trained to be. So let's change our training. And when we do that, all of a sudden you're the new person. You're the person that hits that golf ball straighter, longer. You're taking and working with your kids. You're speaking in positives and specifics instead of general statements and negatives. You're all of a sudden taking your business to the next level. Life becomes fun. It becomes enjoyable.
How, you told me at the break, you said you have been getting a lot of calls about depression lately. I don't know why. I mean, this whole world seems like it's coming to an end.
Well, and you hear everything on television about the elections and everything else. They're talking negative all the time, and there's two times I usually get a lot of depression and negatives, and that's around the holiday season, around Christmas, and when it gets hot out. And the thing is it stresses our body out. It stresses our mind out. What we do is get you turned around, so that all of a sudden you start feeling good, feeling fantastic. Even in that 108-degree heat out there, and I-10 traffic is backed up. When I come in, it's backed up. I know I'm going to be sitting in it for about 15 miles, but you know what? I'm going to have a good time.
Right, and that's what hypnosis does for you. It helps you, but there's a lot of people that are dealing with issues. You can talk to them, you can help them. You do these free 30 to 60 minute consultations. You get that CD that you take home with you. It's a customized program to fit your need. His phone number is 602-547-0446, Hypnotic, the number 1.com.
And Carol, it's not just talking to people. Even though you hear what I'm saying under hypnosis, you hear it in a different way. It's not like a psychologist or psychiatrist talking to you. We don't give you drugs. We have you change your mind so you automatically have your body change and your mind changing. But the thing is, you start automatically feeling good. And it's different than just talking. Talk therapy doesn't work, or it takes years and years. We do things in a few minutes or a few hours. I show people, and I've had a lot of doctors and psychologists come in for different things, and I show them film clips of people going through the program. They say, how'd you get that guy out of depression in a week? I says, I didn't. I got him out of depression in an hour. So the thing is we get people to change and lose your baggage. Otherwise, you know what? Get rid of your baggage that's been dragging with you and holding you down. If you don't get rid of it now, when are you going to do it? If you're not going to change now, when will you?
602-547-0446. The only way you're not going to go forward is by not calling. I also want to quickly, before we talk about something else here, is just talk about the children. I do like to talk because our kids are all dealing with something.
And you know what? I help a lot of kids. And, you know, parents bring their kids in. Some of them aren't ready, but a lot of them are, and they're so depressed that they feel out of control. They have the communication skills because nobody teaches it. When I work with adults, they say, "Why don't you teach this in schools?" And I said, "They ought to." And once we teach the kids how to have self-love and self-confidence, and the self-esteem goes up, they have self-discipline, they have respect for everything, they have great communication skills, their grades get better, they feel better. Life is so much easier for them.
And if you have a child out there, or if you know someone, please just talk to them and write this number down and give him a call. Leave a message because he's on air right now. 602-547-0446. Another thing that we want to talk about, you said too lately, business. You can help people in business.
I love business. I just love business, and I show entrepreneurs how to double their income, how to triple it, how to get more out of their time. Otherwise, don't work longer and harder, just work smarter. And most business people know what they need, but they just refuse to do it. They think they need more money. No, they need to get their actions down consistently. They need to do the things that they need to do to increase their people coming in, to make people feel wanted, needed, and happy. Otherwise, every business out there wants more money. But the thing is don't chase the money, chase success. Otherwise, if you help people become successful, they will help you become rich.
You know, Doc, I want to also talk about some of the people out there that have to deal with that motivation part of it, because there's a lot of people that they either hate what they're doing, or they also might have to go do a presentation or something that they have to do for work, and they just can't even hardly deal with it.
People, when they come in, I have them fill out a one page, and they come in and I ask them a few questions. Within an hour, they look at me and say, "You really love what you do." And I says, "I do. I make a roadmap to take you from where you're at to where you want to go. And I'm not satisfied until I get you there. That's why I don't let people fail." People, if you keep doing the same thing, you'll keep getting the same results. So we have you change the things. I've helped people change their whole attitude so they enjoy their business. Instead of going to a job, no, it's a career. And they enjoy it. And then when you enjoy it, your clients and your customers will know that, and they'll see that, and it's genuine, and they want to do business with you.
So before we go, so the other things that I want to just throw out there that we usually always do, and I like to do this with you. So so obviously you said depression, you said business, you said we talked about the kids, bedwetting, and all those things. What about people with obsessions, or even nail biting is one? So what can you do for that?
Well, obsessions or OCDs and habits of nail biting and pulling your hair and twisting hair and picking at your skin and cutting and things like this, it's a conditioned response. Every habit that you have started out with the first action. It becomes easier and easier, and we just change that. But we find out why you're doing it, and then we change that in your mind so you're not giving up anything. All of a sudden you don't need it anymore, and it goes away.
Panic attacks.
Panic attacks, migraines, and a lot of these things like that, we get rid of those in just a session or two. It's just easy.
We know that you can do weight, okay? How do you help people with drugs? That's about the hardest thing to get off of.
And really it's not. You know, the hardest thing for most people is lose weight. But the thing is when they come in, a drug addict or an alcoholic or a smoker, we get people off this and they have no withdrawal symptoms. You will be off it within a week or a few days.
602-547-0446. It's Hypnotic, the number 1.com. Give him a call, leave him a message. He is on air with us now, and he wants you to leave him a message. Doing this for 30 years.
And I enjoy it. You know, it's been the greatest 30 years of my life because you watch people come in with pain or come in failing, and all of a sudden you watch them having the greatest time of their life, and they wonder how it happened so quick. Sleep's natural, but for a lot of people, especially they get a little older, it's not natural anymore. They're waking up 3 and 4 times a night. They wake up feeling groggy and tired in the morning. I wake up after 4 to 6 hours of sleep feeling refreshed and ready to go. If you're getting the proper amount of sleep, you don't have to do 8 hours. You get it in 4 to 6 hours.
Concentration.
Oh, concentration. You know what? It's a lack of concentration that gets most people. Their mind's wandering everywhere. We get you to focus like a laser beam.
How about sports? Can you help people in sports?
Oh, most definitely. If you want your golf game to be a little bit better, you want to feel better out there, you know what? Stop thinking like you and start thinking like Lee Trevino when you're putting, or start thinking like Jack Nicklaus when he's driving that ball, and you will be a better golfer.
You know what, guys? Give him a call. He's here on the air right now, and as he comes off, he can take all your calls and answer those questions that you're leaving with him at 602-547-0446. If you want to get out of the water, if you gotta walk on water, you gotta get out of the boat. Go ahead.
And we're gonna water ski. We're gonna get you there and have a great time.
And it should be. Life is supposed to be fun. 602-547-0446.
Fun, enjoyable. I tell you, let's do it.